Hi everyone, my name's Emily Rawson, and I'm going to talk to you about how hip-hop gives women a voice in an industry which is very male-dominated. So, ever since I was a child, I've loved music. Salt-N-Pepa were probably the first hip-hop crew I ever came across. That was in the late 80s. I remember seeing the video to Push It and thinking, wow, these women are so strong, they're so inspirational. And I loved it. Here's a clip of Push It, which I know you're all going to know.
Salt-N-Pepa's here and we're in effect. Want you to push it back. Cooling by day, bed at night, working up a sweat. Come on, girl, let's go. Show the guys that we know how to be told. Number one in the hot body show.
The next all-female hip-hop crew I came across were TLC. Well, sorry, a female rapper, and that was Left-Eye. And she always stood out to me because she wore a condom on her left eye. Some of you might remember that. I don't know if you were into that, but I really was when I was 13. So that was actually a way of her promoting safe sex at a time when HIV was rife and it was a huge issue in America. So it might look funny to you now, but what she was doing was actually something very positive. Here's the clip. Hope you like that. The next female MC that I saw that inspired me was Lauryn Hill. In the Fugees, she came through on their second album, The Score, and I'm sure a lot of you had that album. It was incredible. And I just found all these women so strong, so inspirational, especially as a really impressionable 13-year-old girl. So then we got to like the mid-90s, 96, I was 14, I'd started going out, getting drunk, meeting boys, and Biggie and Tupac were massive. And hip-hop was blowing up and was starting to get really mainstream. So rappers like Foxy Brown and Lil' Kim were coming through, and their content was very sexualized, but they were still very strong women, and the subject matter was often very real. A lot of people used to say that they had to sexualize their music at a time to gain attention when so many rappers were blowing up. Here's an audio clip of Lil' Kim talking about the word bitch, which you know that's used in hip-hop a lot. But she's talking about her definition of it, and she's talking about reclaiming it back as a strong word. I hope this doesn't offend any of you.
I got a problem with all y'all motherfuckers out there that got a problem with us calling ourselves a bitch. Yeah, that's right, I said it, motherfucker, bitch. What? You see, bitch is a strong word, and only strong bitches could use that motherfucking terminology, bitch. I mean, if you can't wear the name, don't try to use it.
So I want to talk to you a bit about my story and how I got into hip-hop and DJing. So when I was 16, a lot of my male friends had decks, and I was like, let me have a go, let me have a go. So they did, and I just got hooked on it. So I started making hip-hop mixtapes and giving them out in my area, and it just blew up. I built a really good name for myself. The buzz I got out of it was amazing, and I managed to meet loads of people and started playing in clubs eventually. When I started playing in clubs, male DJs would look at me, fiddle with the knobs, they try and intimidate me, but it didn't really bother me too much. If anything, I used it as ammunition to kind of just further myself and make myself better. I went to university, and I realized, right, what's the best way of me making my name as a hip-hop DJ? I went to Sussex in Brighton. I said, what's the best way of me making my name as a hip-hop DJ in Brighton? I thought, let me start my own night. So I started my own club night, and we used to bring acts down like Estelle, who you probably know. She's had some big hits. And I got to DJ for Wu-Tang Clan. I got to DJ for Tim Westwood, who's completely hilarious and really nice. And old school hip-hop legend Biz Markie as well. So by the time I finished uni, I knew I wanted to be a DJ and do music and do hip-hop as my career. So I started working for a big promoter in London, doing a lot of very tough tasks, but it was quite rewarding, although I did really, really long hours. And at this stage, I got to DJ for Kanye West as well, which was quite exciting. I was still the only woman I knew who was a DJ and a promoter. And I knew I wanted to do something eventually that brought together other women in the industry and in hip-hop. So about 2 years ago, I started Rock the Bells. And what Rock the Bells does is it brings together all the best female DJs, bands, MCs, rappers, designers, and creatives. So a big celebration monthly of women who are making their mark in music. The first event we did sold out. We had queues going around the corner. We got a Critics' Choice Pick of the Week in Time Out. We got a feature in The Guardian. And it was absolutely incredible.
Bad boys in a London, rude boys in a England, bad boys in a Jamaica, rude boys in a Kingston. Watch out, you never know the gangster, me say them in a jungle. Well, you never know the article, me say them in a jungle. Well, you never know side effects, man, big in a jungle. Me a the nutter, original man, nutter, original man, nutter, original man, nutter, original man, me a the nutter, me better than the bad boy, cause they da beard, like half they
That's a clip of one of the Rock the Bells events. I should have put a hip-hop tune in the background, really, but the video guys wanted to charge me too much money to change it, so sorry about that. So through Rock the Bells, I've met a lot of really creative and inspiring women who are really breaking down boundaries in music. I've made a lot of really good friends as well. I've met female DJs, rappers, singers, everything. And as much as we are frowned upon by some men who say things to us like, why do you do events for female acts? Well, actually, 90% of club lineups and festival lineups in this country are male-dominated, so we just wanted to do something that kind of put some light on the women. I want to introduce a couple of my friends to the stage now, who I've met along the way, some female rappers who I think are really strong and they're really saying something. So first of all, that's going to be RoxXxan, who is just sorting out her mic.
Yeah.
Hello? Check.
This is RoxXxan.
Hello, everybody.
I'm going to leave her to do her thing for a minute.
Mortified at the picture, I'm sorry. I was having a great day. So yeah, I'm going to show you a bit of what I do, a bit of rapping. Obviously, I'm inspired by hip-hop, but I use it more as an escapism and kind of to get over my reality or stresses or just to get out my moods, apart from this picture. Where did you get that from? Okay, cool. So, every night before I sleep, I watch Friends. I guess I miss mine. Damn, I think I miss time. A little lost right now. I think I miss life. I'm just trying to get in tune with the inner me. I'm fighting for the winner me. For so long, I've been a sinner me. I'm trying to prove everybody wrong. You thought I wouldn't change for none. The truth is, me, I changed my game for mum because she's all I care about. So I don't want to hear about or know about your whereabouts. If I could, I would meet you there to tear you out, just so I can show them I'm the best around. And I don't give a shit, I got nothing to lose. So if you hurt me, yeah, I'll bruise, but then I'll come back and I'll bun your cruise. Cause backpack gang, I'm better than yous. I say I'm better than them, so I won't lower myself or go and run up my mouth. Nah, I prefer to write a letter for them. Bars and flows have always been a trendsetter for them. Look, Rock is starting a vendetta again. I got a fresh pair of fumers, yeah, my sweater's in trend. I'm just trying to get my mind right before I hit the limelight, cause this is my life and I'm not gonna lose. And damn, I love the center of a stage with the crowd singing along or just shouting my name. And when they do, it kills doubt in my brain, and for a few minutes, there ain't nothing I can't gain. And then I'm off, back to the strain, that's back to my house, where our troubles remain. I build something, can I sit in my room? iPod on, I'm just pumping my tune, cause this is therapy to me, I'm just out in my mood. If I wasn't doing this, I'd be out with my crew. And if I wasn't doing that, I'm at Mikey's in the booth, spitting the truth as I do. I've been this way since I was a youth. And I'm the pudding, here's the proof. Tears running, ears bunning. I hear them talking, but I'm coming. Haters, I hear them talking, but I'm coming. The gem in I is such a gem in I, but I love it. It shows there's no them in I. Although it's crazy and it's mad, I guess I could blame it on my dad, but I've never been the type to talk about what I haven't had. I'd rather talk about what I'm gonna get. Like if I work hard, I could be next. I'm trying to take steps, please don't get me vexed, because when I switch, it's intense. Hence, I jump on Twitter and I'm at it again. A bad day, I guess I just need a friend. I'm trying to structure my brain so I can now eat in a pen. And yeah, that's me. I'm RoxXxan. Woo! I'm originally from Birmingham. Thank you, everybody.
That was amazing. That was amazing. So that was Rox. I'm sure you'll agree that she's amazing and she's going to blow up very soon, so watch out for her. Next, I'm going to introduce Mimz to the stage. And she's from Morocco. She's very, very different to Rox, but equally wonderful. So Mimz, if you want to come to the stage and do your thing.
What's up, last lectures? Shout out to RoxXxan, and thank you to Emily for allowing me to get on this stage and platform. I'm Mimz, and as Emily said, I'm from Morocco, and tonight I'm going to show you what I do. Hopefully through me you'll be able to see, I guess, the power of music and the power of women in music, and really understand the platform that this gives us. I moved to London about 3 years ago, and during that time I really carved out a space for myself in what I love to do, which is rapping. And before rapping, I pretty much did everything, but it never really felt quite right. So what I do right now, it's basically what speaks to me, but speaks to, I guess, millions of other people. So this is just a little taste of what I do and what you can expect from me next year in terms of music. Thank you. Way back then, it was all a dream. I used to sit and watch old Biggie on the screen and say one day I'll be a rap machine. But they reminded me, هل تحكي عربي? Yeah, I'm sicker than your average, cause every day I'm getting nasty marriage. The boys want me to meet their parents and take me for a ride in the golden carriage. Hun, spare me with your lame old dryness. You're now looking at Casablanca's finest, high risk of an empire that is timeless. So when I come around, bow down to your highness. There is an endless queue right behind us of bad chicks with metrics who looking photographic. So in my own clique, I hop and a skip. We the ladies on the street who stop the goddamn traffic. Yeah. But what do I know about hip-hop? I'm just a young Arab chick trying to lip lock and flirt with success. Maybe get my own nest, and who knows, I just might be the next big thing. Thank you very much. Have a good night.
Thank you. So I'm sure you'll agree those two are pretty incredible. So I just want to go back to me now. So shortly after I started up Rock the Bells, I realized that I wanted to do more. So about 2 years ago, just under 2 years ago, I started something called Super Duper Fly, which is a big, some of you might have heard of it, depends if you go out or not and party, but it's a big, sorry, I wasn't saying you're too old. Sorry. It's a big 90s and early 2000s hip-hop event that we run 2 or 3 a month. We do them at the Jazz Cafe, XOYO, Plan B, and it's become one of the most successful events of its kind in the country. We do incorporate male acts into Super Duper Fly, but we do try and have as many female acts as possible. It's kind of 50-50. So since launching Rock the Bells and Super Duper Fly, the ladies that have played for us include Rita Ora, Miss Dynamite, Little Boots, Eliza Doolittle, Stussy, Yasmin. And we've had a few male acts too. Don't worry too much about them. But we've had Jazzy Jeff, DJ Yoda, Rizzle Kicks, Conor Maynard. So yeah, it's been pretty big and pretty exciting for me. We've also hosted at the Camden Crawl, Love Box, Hackney Weekend, and we recently did a guest mix for BBC Radio 1 Extra, which was Girls of Hip Hop. I've just got back from America where we did a Rock the Bells event at the Box in New York, and I got to go to Hot 97, which is the biggest hip-hop station in New York, and meet Angie Martinez, who was a rapper and is now a presenter. I was featured as Meet the Resident in Time Out earlier on this year. So we're doing a lot, and it's all essentially because I love hip-hop that it's kind of got me to the level that I'm at now. So I just want to talk a little bit about women in hip-hop now. I think more and more women from all walks of life, as you can see through RoxXxan and Mimz, are expressing themselves through hip-hop. Nicki Minaj, I'm not a fan, but she is now one of the biggest rappers in the world, with the New York Times suggesting that some consider her the most influential female rapper of all time. I think obviously this is going to have an effect on young, aspiring women, you know, and encourage them to rap and get into hip-hop. This year alone, Azealia Banks and Angel Hayes have made it huge in the UK. I'm sure you'll all know Azealia Banks' hit 212. In the last 15 years, Missy Elliott sold 30 million records in America alone. And singer Estelle, our very own singer Estelle, who's played for us before, won a Grammy Award and had a #1 hit with American Boy in 2008. And in the last 10 years, Miss Dynamite and Speech to Bell have won the highly acclaimed Mercury Music Prize. So those are just some examples of how women in hip-hop are kind of doing their thing. I was in New York last week and I was at an event that was very similar to Rock the Bells, headlined by a lady called Krayshawn, who's a pretty good rapper, not one of my favorites, but there were 3 other support acts with her as well, and they absolutely smashed it, so it was really exciting that there's a similar kind of event going on in New York as well. So I just want to talk a bit about MIA, because I think what she does with hip-hop is really inspiring, and I'm a massive, massive fan of her music, although she hasn't done anything for a little while. But there's a lot of political and positive subject matter that comes from her. She's a great example of a female MC with politically charged lyrics, and her lyrics even caused her to have a brief presence on the US Homeland Security risk list in 2006. This is what she said about it. The other point I was making, referencing the violence I've seen in Sri Lanka, is if we're going to invest so much money in creating wars around the world, then that's quite a given thing. If you've seen somebody get shot and you've seen a bomb go off, then you've given me total access to talk about it because you've made that part of my life. I didn't ask for nobody to bomb my school, but if they did, I would have the right to talk about it. And if people are uncomfortable, then they should think twice before they go off and hit random buildings. So I think those are really powerful words from MIA. And finally, I just want to wrap up and tell you about Susan Feroz, who is being touted as Afghanistan's first female rapper. The Guardian say she's a voice for women's rights and political consciousness. Her lyrics are about life as a refugee, concluding with a call for hope and putting a stop to abuse. Here she's using hip-hop to shine a light on poverty, women's rights, refugees' rights, and the effects of war. And I think this is perhaps one of the most powerful examples of how hip-hop can give women a voice around the world. So I just want to finish with some music now. This is a mix that me and a great friend of mine did, which celebrates 20 years of women in hip-hop, 20 years of female MCs. You can download it from my website. Check it out, rockthebells.com. Have a listen to the mix. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.
DJ, please pick up your phone.